Hey, welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into a really cool idea, a possible cure for one of the biggest, but maybe quietest problems we all face: loneliness.
So let's just jump right in with a question. Really think about it for a second. Where do you actually go to just meet people? Casually, without needing to buy something or sign up for a membership. It's kind of tough to answer, right? And that feeling right there, that gets to the absolute heart of the problem.
Because what we're all dealing with, whether we realize it or not, is this silent epidemic of isolation. It's this quiet, creeping feeling that's affecting so many of us. And this isn't just about numbers or statistics. It's that gut feeling of being disconnected. Of feeling a little left behind while the world just keeps rushing past. And that is a heavy, heavy thing to carry all by yourself. So you've got to ask, why is this even happening? Well, a huge part of the reason is that our current social spaces, they're just not doing the job anymore. We have places to go, for sure, but they all have these invisible walls up. They're missing something absolutely essential. Think about it. The usual spots all have a catch, don't they? Clubs and groups. They need you to have a specific interest and usually a membership fee. The office. That's for work, not really for making deep, lasting friendships. Bars. You pretty much stick to the people you came with. And school or university. That's great, but it's just for one single phase of your life. Every single one has some kind of barrier, which means none of them are truly open for everybody all the time. So what we're really missing is exactly this: a neutral spot, a place that isn't trying to sell you something. Just picture it: a giant public living room for the whole community, a place that's open to literally anyone, no matter how old you are, where you come from, or what's in your wallet. And that brings us to this really powerful vision for how we could start rebuilding that community feeling. It's an idea called the House of Encounters. So what is it? The concept is actually beautifully simple. It's an open, non-commercial space where its one and only job is to get people talking and connecting. It's not a store, it's not an office. You could think of it like a social powerhouse, designed to just pump positive, connective energy into a whole city. Okay, that sounds amazing in theory, but how would a place like this actually work in the real world? Well, the whole idea is built on 4 really solid, practical pillars that make it all happen. First, you've got the space itself. It has to feel warm and welcoming. Open, cozy rooms, comfy sofas, big tables, all designed to just naturally get people to interact. Second, access. This is huge. Food and drinks are either totally free or super cheap. The point is, money should never be the reason you can't walk in the door. Third, the program. A massive, always changing calendar of events and activities to give everyone a reason to show up. And finally, the people. You'd have staff there whose only job is to create a great vibe and help people feel comfortable connecting. And what kind of stuff could you do there? Oh man, the sky's the limit. You could play board games, watch movies, jam with other musicians, or work on a painting. You could join a fascinating discussion, try a group meditation, or you could just grab a coffee and meet somebody new. The whole goal is that anybody, and I mean anybody, can find a reason to come inside. Now, this brings us to what might just be the most radical and, honestly, the most brilliant part of this whole idea. It's all about how you make sure this place is truly for everyone, how you get people to leave all their judgments and status at the door. So, how do you do that? How do you create a space where, say, a CEO and a student can just connect as people on a totally level playing field? The answer might actually surprise you. An optional uniform. Yep, you heard me right. Now hang on, because the thinking behind this is fantastic. We all do it, right? We subconsciously judge people by their clothes, that fancy watch, the designer bag, the worn-out shoes. But with a simple shared uniform, all of that just vanishes. Suddenly, you're not seeing status symbols anymore. You're just seeing the person standing in front of you. And the key thing here, it's totally optional. It's an invitation, not a rule, a tool to break down walls, not build new ones. And this idea of radical accessibility goes even further.
This place would be for everyone, seniors, teenagers, even people experiencing homelessness. That's why it would also offer free access to things like showers and toilets, to provide basic human dignity. And of course, to make sure everyone feels safe, there'd be a vetted access system to keep the environment secure and welcoming for all.
All right, let's zoom out for a second and look at the big picture here. This whole thing is about so much more than just a nice building. It's about making an active investment in us, in the way we all live together. Now, obviously, an idea this big has a price tag. The estimate to get one started is around 20 million euros. And let's be real, that is a lot of money. It's a number that makes you pause. But the real question isn't just how much, it's how should we think about that number? Is it just a 20 million euro expense? Or is it a 20 million euro investment? An investment in things that don't have a price tag. Things like social cohesion, a higher quality of life for thousands of people, a stronger, more resilient, more connected community. The return you get on that kind of investment isn't measured in money, it's measured in human happiness. At the end of the day, a project like this is about one thing: strengthening the very glue that holds our society together. It's about fighting back against isolation and building real bridges between people who otherwise would just walk right past each other. So, I'll just leave you with this final thought to chew on. What if this wasn't just a single, one-off idea? What if every single city had its own house of encounters? Imagine the kind of change that could spark in our neighborhoods and in our own lives. Thanks so much for tuning in.